Okay, ladies and gents, now that I got myself a fancy certification saying that I know how to do fiber, we, as promised, or you are going to watch me after you like and subscribe, I am going to make a cable. Now, all this stuff is sponsored, given to me for free, because I want to use Cleerline stuff to show you guys how to make a cable. And no, you do not need to be certified to do this. You just have to have their tools. Today's video, as promised, I'm going to make a cable. It's easy to make a cable with, say, one side of this, have you do orange or blue. But today's challenge with this duplex OM3 Cleerline SSF cable that they gave me is to cut this evenly and put two ends on it on both sides, so four ends technically, evenly. Now, if you just do one, it's easy. You just do an end, put it on there. But doing two, you have to be a little bit more finesse. It's easy to put the two or the ends on there with these tools. But like I said, I want to do an actual fiber full-on cable using this stuff. Now this stuff's my scrap stuff that I have from a job that I did 2 years ago and I pulled it out. This stuff, same thing, is for maybe another cable. To go over this, I'm going to test this, but make sure you're liked and subscribed or watching or following, whatever you want, because I'm going to test it in video number 2. I don't want to do it in this video because it might be long. We're going to use this bad boy. Before I go too far, I'm going to show you here. We have, or I have, the Cleerline fiber optic testers. We have their optical light source. It's nice and tiny and compact. It's very, very good. It's accurate. And then we have their power meter. We're not going to go over that today. Like I said, it might make the video too long. I don't want to do that. So we'll test that with that in a video number 2. This, or that, will verify if this works. Now, I already knew this, but in fiber class, just because you use this LC ruby red or visual fault locator, what people call them, everybody's got a new name for them, just because we turn it on and we got a red light on the end of it and on the end of this cable does not mean that the cable will work or is properly working. So video 2, we will be testing that to see, hey, did I fail or did I pass? Now, using Cleerline's Termination kit, the reason for this, actually, so I don't close it, is because they have a coating on their fiber that requires, let's see if I can pull it out, their cleaver that they accurately, precisely calibrate for their fiber. Now, maybe if I have some time, I'll take a piece of scrap out of my, just out of shot, bin here, and I'll show you what happens when you use a regular fiber cleaver and show you that it doesn't cut. So in this video, we're going to use this kit with all the tools that are in there to make this cable. Some of the stuff on this desk that they sent me. I have a PoE gigabit switch. We have their transceivers that are 1.25 gig, so multi-mode transceivers that will work in this. And we'll plug it into my rack over there. It'll just be a quick test to see if we got link or if I failed or not. Then, as we're making the cable, we're going to use these two pieces. These are the ends, and these are the connector clips that allow us to make it so, I can't even use that cable down there. I don't have a cable close by to show you guys what I mean. But this clip will make it so they stay together. And when we make the cable, we have to remember to flip it on one side because one side is send, one side is receive. Very important to know that. So we're going to make that cable. Now, I don't have my other pieces here, but before we do anything, and it was written tons in our exam and in our practical tests, to label your cables. I have that right there to make a heat shrink end on it. And I'm going to do that right now before I go too far because I don't want to forget to put the end on there. So we're going to go, that'll be one direction. Oh, I should put a little arrow on there. Hold on. Let's go space. Now we'll print that. To rack. Scrap, but I'll keep that. We'll have to rack. And then we'll go to switch, okay? Put that back up there. And before we go too far, we'll put this on here. And we won't heat shrink it, just in case I make some mistakes and I need to move this back and forth, okay? Put that on there. Labeling fiber is important so we know where things go and come from, okay? So we both have that on there, both sides, ready to go. Now, what I'm gonna do, so I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. I also learned in class, when working on fiber, get yourself a rubber little mat like this one. So that way, if you break a shard of fiber, you can see it on the mat, pick it up, and put it into your waste bucket. Okay? Easy. I got a spare piece here. I'm going to set up my camera, put it right here, and I'm going to work on this mat and show you guys me putting ends on this, and then we'll test it with the switch and go from there. So be right back. Let's move this camera around. Okay, so we're ready. Got our instructions here. All we need is a couple of these. We'll move these out of the way. Put them there. I'm gonna keep all this stuff in here so I don't lose anything or disturb anything. Actually, you know what? I'll put that stuff right there like that. Now, before we go too far, we can technically identify this cable because one side has writing on it and it's going to be, not sure what color it is, but we'll look in a second. And on the other side, there isn't. But in this package, in here, there is a bunch of goodies. We got some of these little things, plus these. Oh, what else we got? More? Yeah. We got a whole bunch of white and yellow pieces that go on this to tell us what end is which. Remember, on the cable, we have to flip it on one side. So it's good to know that we have this. And then we need these. But I'm not going to put these out yet. So I'll put this back in here because it was out. Off to the side here. And I'm going to take out 2 whites and 2 yellows. I'm going to put them right there. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I'll move these off to the side. Now we should be set and ready to go. Oh, wait a second. We gotta do something here. We gotta take this, take our cap off. We'll leave them up here so we don't lose them. We'll take this, and we'll stick this in here. Gentle. Wiggle it back and forth so that's in there, nice and perfect. We have to put this upside down, this direction, so we can see the window. Now, sometimes these may move, so it's best to make sure that the window is all the way far back. So when we push the fiber in, and we can lock it in there, okay? Put this like this, and I'll just make it so this is like that so we can see this, and we're good to go. So, first thing we need to do is take this, and it's probably gonna be all tangled up for some reason, not the way I want. Move this. Now, what we wanna do is just go back on this. This is upside down. It's going to be the other way, sorry. These. We will be dealing with this one on the top, because we'll be using the SSF fiber with the jacket on it. And in here is our important key when putting it into our cleaver at 24 millimeters. By that, I mean, oh, we don't need to open this, but we can look right here. We need to align the outside of this jacket when we cut it and pull it off, when the fiber's hanging out, to right here at 24 millimeters, okay? One key tip, and we're ready to go. Oh, we should make sure that we have batteries in this thing. Yep, we got ruby red working, so we can measure it. But we need to make this piece of cable longer than what this actually is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this and leave some overhang here by about that much, because remember, if we cut this right here and there's a little bit of fiber backlash right here, we still need, as you can see, enough fiber to go for our 25 mark, but also go across these two pads. That's the most important part when cutting and cleaving fiber. These two pads clamp down on the fiber, because on the top, there's two more. When you close this, it holds the fiber so it doesn't move back and forth, and the wheel can cleave that, okay? So open that, get that ready. We'll just make a mark on here. And the reason why I'm doing a mark is so that way I can cut these evenly when I go to do this. So if we go like this, we will use these strippers, go like this. Oh, this is my way. To split this, go all the way past that mark. Okay, so there's our mark, so that way they're even on both sides. And we're gonna do whatever's closest to us. So all we do is squeeze this lightly, just enough to score it. Okay, it's just a score mark in there. If I go like this, it just snaps and breaks. Okay, looks like we got the orange one here. Okay, now I'm gonna pull this back, and we have to, before we go too far again, go like this. In instructions here, it shows us how to do all this. Go like this, and we'll go like this, put our cap through here, just like that. Okay, pull it back and let it sit just like that, so that way our yarn or our pull string, whatever we want to call it, Kevlar, can't get in the way of us cleaving. Because when we put this in the cleaver, this might get a ring. So now we'll take our fingers, and I'm just going to go like this a little bit. Pull this back, just like this. Go a little bit more. Okay, and we're done. Okay, now we go like this. Take our cleaver, and the edge of this piece right here, in the instructions here, it says we need to be at 24 millimeters. So let's try this. Oh, could get tricky, so let's spread this apart a little bit. Don't want to go too much. Put our Kevlar out of the way. And go like this. 25, 24 is right about there. 24. Close this, push. Our fiber is cut, and we can tell that we've got too much on here, but that's okay, I don't care. It's just an example. Okay, now our fiber looks to be done. So now, let's see if I did this right. Push this over. I don't know if I did or not. I gotta move this because there's a reflection off of that. Let's see here. There we go. The light has stopped right here. Let's push this forward. We're done. Okay, pull that out. Now it says in the instructions to pull our Kevlar out. Yeah. Okay, tighten this, pull this forward. Oh, and I did it. I forgot to put the, oh, look at that. I forgot to do that. Maybe I'll do it on the other end. See, I'm too focused on doing it. Okay, whatever. We'll go like this. Okay, and it says we're supposed to cut this yarn, or this Kevlar, right here. Okay. Put that there, we got our stuff on there. Now we just have to twist this, and it's ready to go. Done. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. Maybe I'll put white on here. Maybe we'll just mark white. Can't believe I forgot that after telling you guys I was going to do it. Oh well. Okay, let's clean up a little bit. Got a fiber can over here, over on my side here. Okay, I'll try this again, but we gotta put this guy on here in a second. So, same thing. Just a quick nick. Break it. Pull it off. Garbage. Go like this. Okay. Pull this through. Okay. Same thing again. Hold on to the fiber a little so it doesn't stretch. Making a mess. Stuff's messy. Okay. Done. Oh, I forgot to put the end on here. My bad. I'm getting out of sorts here. Make sure our window's done. Put this on here. Okay. Lift this up. It's hard trying to do this and do a video. Oh, my Kevlar came out. You'll notice that I'm not using any rubbing alcohol pads or anything to clean this because you don't have to do that. Just so you guys know that. So, yeah, that's way too long. Oh well. 25. We're across our two pads. Yeah, it's too long. Okay, make sure it's straight. Now we can close this. Cleave it. Oh, piece fell down there, but I'll get it after. Okay, we'll take this up. Hence why I'm working on a black mat so I can see all the fiber pieces. Okay, we'll do the same thing. Push this in. There we go. It went dark. I'm gonna hold on to it right here so it doesn't go anywhere. It's dark. Push that forward. Okay. Clamp this. So these things are out here. Push this guy here. Okay. We'll cut. And then we'll go like this and screw it forward. Now these should, technically and hopefully, these things should be matched side by side, just like that, right? Okay, that's what we want. Now, I wonder if I should put these two on here and see. No, you know what? I'm not going to because I have to use that to light the VFL on this side. So let's try it again. So what did we use? We used the writing for white. We're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put these caps on so we can keep them clean for now. They might touch something. Okay. We'll do the same thing. I'm gonna go like this and flip it so that way the cable's actually going the right direction when I go to do this. Okay, so like I said, I think it was too far forward, so let's just go like this. Okay, and again, we have our white guy on the writing, so I'm gonna put the white guy, this piece, on the writing, which is closest to me, the first one, like that. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit more, right there. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, let's try to do this in order here. There, nick, there we go. Oh, little piece out of the way there. I'll grab this guy. Okay, hold on to the fiber, clear that off. You guys can see I'm doing it with my nail. It's good. Okay. And do another cleave. This one's kind of a little bit more straight, so it should be a little bit easier if I move this out of my way. We'll go 24 right there. Okay. Oh, actually went in there. Nice. It's right there. Cool. Score. Move this guy out of the way. Okay. Push him into here. Technically, if I go like this, you should see this light up, but I'll put that there so you can see it happen. Aha, we got light. It's bright too. So I'm going to hold on to this like this. I'm going to close the window. Done. Pull this off. Squeeze this guy. Our Kevlar moved again. Bummer. But that's okay. It's just there for strain relief, so it doesn't technically have to be in any special spot. Okay. We'll cut them all off. Sweet. That's looking good. Okay. Tighten them. They're kind of tight, so just so you guys know, the Kevlar makes it a little bit hard to turn this, but just hold on to this. We'll put this on here. And we'll do our last one. Move this back. Okay, here we go. Oh, out of certain sequence again. Gotta go like this. Once you get repetition doing this, you won't even make the mistakes that I'm making right now. I'm trying to look at the camera and show you guys at the same time here. Okay. Here. Just a quick little nudge. Garbage. Brakes. Pull it off. We need this guy. Move this up. Okay. We'll go like this. Okay. This is gonna be really long. I can already see it, so. Oh yeah, he's really long. Oh well, doesn't matter. Purpose video. Okay, we'll close this. We're at our mark. Cleave them. Oh, and it went in there again. Huh, that's awesome. That's 2 in a row. Sweet. Okay, we're gonna close our basket, close our cleaver and everything. Okay, and we'll put our fiber in here, and we should still see it light up again. There it goes. Is it in there? There it is. It's lit up. Go like this. I'm gonna hold on to this and close the door. Wicked. I think I have a good feeling about this. This is off to the side. Pull this out. That one was messy. Holy. I'm gonna see if I can just finesse that a little bit. There we go. Perfect. I didn't even get these backwards. That's hilarious. That's awesome. Okay, so what's up to our mark? Here we go. Cut. The waste bucket. Oh, and they're matching too. This is a good one. Okay, so we have our cable. Now what we could do is, we'll heat shrink this later, but I want to test this first. I want to put these on first. Now, technically, these, we only need 2. I don't see or I think there's any instructions of how these work, but there is something on the box. So it says the cap, which would make sense after we turn this off. Blinking? Nope. Good. Oh, look what I did. I just got those all mixed up. Damn. Oh well. Okay. So this is on the box here. These things go LC tab forward. Yeah? So it goes, can't tell. Instructions aren't really that. Oh, I was doing it backwards. Duh. I'm trying to read it upside down and on the camera. That makes sense. Well, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Now that I've done that backwards. So we have the white on this side. Now we need to do it like this on this side. See how that reversed? Now that I've got this all broken and not paying attention, this will probably go on nice and smooth. Just like that. Easy. Okay. Can't believe that. Funny. Now it looks like this one's off by a mil. Bummer. Oh well. Okay. So the cable's on there. Now let's put our piece up here so we can see it. This here. And we'll make this one the same as the other one. So the cable, oh, we got our label on there so they face the right direction. Okay. let's clean up this mess and plug it into the switch. Put those like that and try it out. So let's change this around. Okay, thank you for continuing on with me here. We put the ends on this cable using both of these. Now we have two 1 gig SFP modules to test this cable. And I'm going to use two Cleerline ones, since that's what they sent me, and it should work. And we're going to try their switch, and I'm also going to double test this with another device. One thing that disappointed me is this end. Is it this end? Nope, it's this end. Is off by maybe 2 millimeters, hence why it doesn't look perfectly straight. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And I forgot, as I was explaining in the video, I was going to put a yellow and a white on here, so that way we could tell which end is which when we went to put them on here. Because don't forget, we have to swap one end. And it would have been nice if I remembered to put the yellow on there, but as I was going through the motions of doing the cable, I totally forgot. And this being my very first cable, terminating as a pair to make a cable, I messed up. So, oh well. Now, we get to see if it actually works. I am going to use their switch, and I'm also going to use my Link Runner AT to verify that I have connection to this switch with an Ethernet cable plugged into it with this cable to that network. This is labeled, so which one goes to the rack? This one says going to rack, and I've heat shrunk that on there. A little bit of, with my heat gun that's over there somewhere. Okay, take our caps off. Keep your caps. Forget to put them back on if you move this cable. Okay, now, do we have connection? Hopefully, if this works, if I did the cable correctly, and if I put these in the right order. We should have link. We have link. I see a transmit button, or transmit light, I should say, right there. So that's good, but just to verify that, what happens if we unplug the cable? Does that green light go away? Sure does. So we have link. Now, one more step that I'm going to take. Instead of bringing my laptop up here and stuff like that, I didn't really want to do that. I'm going to use this guy, and I'm going to plug it into here, and we're going to see if we get an IP address and make sure it works. So let's do a auto test, but as it's doing its full network test, my very first cable making one of these, and I'm pretty happy that it actually worked on the first try, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. So that just means that I'm going to get better at making these and not making a little 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter mistake of that, but for the first cable, oh well. Let's see what we get here. We get one error, and the error is because I have the 10 gig turned on, so it's airing out at the 10 gig mark because I had it set to full 10 gig, but this is only a 1 gig switch. So we have 51.9 volts, class 3. We have 1 gig, actually, you know what? That should probably be higher, but I'll change that later on just to verify that. But we have our 1 gig. We have it's telling us what switch this is uplinking to, which is my link aggregate, and it's going into port 4. That is right, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, it's in the 4th port. We have an IP address of 192.168.80.135, and our DNS is my pi hole on my network. And it has reached out to Google, and it is working perfectly. I'm going to say that's a success. I'm going to give myself 95% because of that one little mistake. Now, easy? Yes, no, probably easier as I go along. It was a lot easier using and making this cable because I had this toolkit. Having the proper cleaver is, I would say, the most important piece of this whole function, having the proper cleaver. You guys will also notice, I didn't put it up here because I didn't use them, but there's an old chem pad in here. I didn't use a chemical pad to wipe the fiber. doing this. And it actually says in instructions you don't have to do that because A, we're not fusion splicing it, and B, there's also a coating on this cable that we don't have to worry about. I'll put a picture here so that way you guys can see it. And we'll go from there. Now, if you guys are still watching me here, don't forget, I'm going to use this Cleerline SSF testing kit that they sent me to test and validate this cable. Because remember, just because we got link doesn't mean anything because we're going a short distance. I want to see what the loss is. And technically, we should only lose 0.5 dB per end. So maybe 1.25 dB loss if I did this correctly. But we'll see that in the next video, and I'm going to test that. So hopefully the video was good. You guys like, subscribe, and comment down below and suggest if you want me to do other things. I do have other things coming up with this stuff and other things. There's a piece of fiber right here that I'm going to try to fusion splice. And I'm also going to show you guys how these work. Okay? So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. See you guys later.